Hello again, my government friends. Indeed, here it is. It's Thursday, last lesson for government for the week. Time is flying by, friends. I hope you had a good week so far. I've really enjoyed talking to some of you. Lots of extra credit went out this past week, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, be sure to listen to Tuesday's video. That's all I'm going to say about that. So today's lesson's a little bit different. You will notice we do not have a PowerPoint. Instead, we are on my e-board. This will also be the same for Google Classroom, but I just using my e-board just because I think it looks pretty. Yeah, the lesson today is a little bit different. It's a little bit more interactive, and I'm going to explain what the steps are. So first step is to watch the video. You guys are nailing it. Great work. Second step is to complete these quizzes. Now, what are these quizzes? These quizzes are obviously not going to be graded. In fact, they are your, like, which political party am I a part of quiz? What do I believe in quiz? Who do I stand with quiz? So we've been talking about political parties during the past 2 weeks. We've talked about the history of the political party, what it is, how it's evolved, what it means, what different party systems mean. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take 3 different quizzes, and you're going to see where they place you in terms of like a political line. Are you going more towards the right, the left, center, up, down? There's all different graphs and charts that you'll see. Now, the first thing I want to make super clear before people panic, I do not want to know your results. Listen, whatever you believe in politically, that is totally your business. Never, ever, ever feel pressure to tell anybody what you believe politically, especially teachers or professors. That is none of anyone's business but your own. If you want to share it with other people, be my guest. I'm telling you, I don't really particularly want to hear it because I'm not here to tell you what you're thinking is right or wrong. I'm here to teach you basically how to think, question, critically think, stuff like that. So, right off the bat, be completely honest with your quizzes because I am not checking. I am not looking. I don't want to know. It is your business. And that's not because I don't care about you. You know, I love you all so, so much. You're my babies, but that is your business. So if you were nervous about that, take a deep breath. No worries. It's all good. So I'm going to go through each quiz to kind of go over the mechanisms for each because they are very different. And then I'm going to go over what your assignment is. So let's start with this first quiz, arguably the most famous quiz in terms of like a political quiz. It's the world's smallest political quiz. I should have just rearranged my words. We would have had the title. Basically, it's like it's these questions and then these questions and then bam, you're done. So it's really, really not a lot. If you do not know what each issue means, please hit the question mark because then they will define it a little bit more for you, which is nice. So yeah, you're going to go through, read each one. Click the question mark if you don't know what it means. And then you're going to say whether you agree with the statement, maybe you agree, you're not sure about the statement, or no, I totally disagree with the statement. And when you're done filling it all out, you're going to hit calculate my results, and bam, easy as that. If I were you, I would leave my results up here. So I would leave this tab up there, and then I would go to my next quiz. Now, the next quiz is much more in depth, okay? You can, for each question, you can learn more about the issue. You can see some stats, some news articles. What you can also do is let's say, I'm just going to go to a random one. Let's say I go here. Let's say I go here and I'm just going to pick, whatever, no. Or yes, you can see right when you click something, you have how important is this issue to you. So you can say it's really important to me. I don't really care about this issue. I'm in the middle. Meh, right? You can always pick how important this is to you. Now, I would advise for all of these that instead of picking yes or no right away, click other stances because you have a lot more detail. So let's say you say no for this, but then you're going to say the reason why. Oh yeah, this is the reason why I'm saying no. I'm going to click this instead. So always click other stances because there's a lot more choices that way. Now, that being said, let's say you go to an issue here and you're like, I don't really care about this issue. No big deal. Totally skip it. You can skip a lot of these questions and you can have it calculated. So I know this looks very long. It's okay if you don't do all of them, just do some of them, because you can always just hit show my results. I would personally skip all of this stuff. Like, there's just no need. You don't have to answer any of these. So you can just X this out. I'm doing a big X with my mouse. X it out and just worry about the issues here. Let's say you're big into science, you're a science person, you're like, man, I loved answering these 3 questions. I wish there were more. Go for it. Show some more questions. Keep it going. That was a bad issue because there's only one more question. Here, we'll try here. Look, see, we got one way more. Look, you keep going. All the electoral questions, right? So this is a cool quiz because it's very personal. It's very, like, you can, like, customize it a lot. And again, it gives you the results. Again, don't feel pressure to answer every single question. It's a lot. You can just pick the ones that are super important to you and then just totally skip over the other ones. So, same thing. When you get your results here, leave it up. So now you should have 2 tabs. This tab, that tab. And then finally, you guys have a choice. You can do either this quiz or that quiz. You want to do both, be my guest. I mean, I'm not going to say no. So, for this first one right here, what you're going to do is you're going to hit take the quiz. And then it's going to have 11 questions where you just pick either or. So like which statement comes closer to your own views, even if neither is exactly right. So that's basically saying, like, even if you don't agree completely, what's like the closest that matches your views? All right. So then it will give you 2 options and then you'll hit next, 2 options, next, options, next. Then you'll just go all through all 11. And then again, you'll have your answer here, leave it up. If you don't like that one, here is a different quiz where I find this one a little bit tough to read, but it's a teacher resource website, so I thought that was kind of cool. And what you're going to do is you're going to read each one and then you're going to put agree or disagree. So again, both of these are kind of similar in that the fact it's like either or. You don't have that middle ground. You have to either pick one. Okay, 25 questions, submit. So now you've done all the surveys. You left the results up so you don't forget them. Very cool. What are you going to do next? Well, you are going to go to the Google form here, my friends. I'm going to click it. Here are the quizzes again, just in case you forgot. You're going to type in your name. You're going to, and then start answering these questions. So, did you get relatively the same answer in all 3 surveys? Meaning, did they tell you you were part of the same party pretty much? Now, they might say you're like they might say you're more, I don't know, conservative than Republican, or, you know, liberal versus Democrat. Like, they might use different terminology. So it's, you know, I'm not looking for exactly the same speech, but pretty much were you in the same area for all 3 surveys? Yes or no? What are some of the major differences you saw between each of these surveys? And while these surveys are fun to take, why are they not the most reliable? I'm telling you right now, you know, these are not the most reliable ways of learning what you believe in, right? There's certainly other ways, and with that in mind, the next question is, what else can you do? So instead of just taking these surveys and then, you know, saying, oh, well, this survey said I'm blank, that must mean that I am blank and I'm going to go register as blank and live my life as blank. What else can you do to make sure that, you know where you stand politically, not just take surveys? And with that being said, do you think these surveys are even necessary? And should people even have a label like that? Like, should people say, I am blank when it comes to politics? You know, and explain your answer. This is interesting, friends, and this is something you are going to face in your life very, very shortly. Super shortly. So it's definitely something good to think about. Again, I would love to reiterate that I do not want to know what political party you got as a result. Again, not my, business. Not at all. All your business. So I definitely want you to genuinely reflect on this. But again, you don't need to tell me the answers. Totally fine. There's no need to with these questions, but just kind of reflect on the purpose of these surveys, what some of the problems might be with these surveys, and what you can do in the future to know where you do stand politically. And that, my friends, is all she wrote. Or I guess I should say all she said. All I said? I don't know. That's the end of my little mini lecture. I hope you enjoy this. I think this is a lot of fun. Feel free to email me. Let me know if you like it. miss you all. I hope everyone is staying super, super safe, super healthy. And I hope you guys have a fabulous, fantastic weekend. And don't forget to email me those Know Your Government projects. I'm still waiting on some of you. No good. All right, my friends. Be well. And I will see you, or I guess I will talk to you on Tuesday. Bye.